In this video, I want to give you guys a broad overview of Langley. I'm very passionate about Langley, having grown up there myself and currently residing here as well. But before I dive in, I want to ask you guys, if you are enjoying my content, please hit the like and subscribe button to help me get my message out to more people like you that want to be kept up to date in the real estate market. Reminder, I have a Calendly link below in the description there where you can book a 30-minute call with me where we can talk about anything real estate. So let's start by going over exactly where Langley is located. Here we can see that Vancouver is about 45 kilometers from Langley. If you're commuting by car, it's going to take you about 45 minutes to 1 hour, and you're going to most likely use Highway 1, which takes you over the Port Mann Bridge in 𝐓𝐈𝐌𝐄𝐒𝐒𝐓𝐀𝐌𝐿𝐿, which goes over the Fraser River, and then down into Langley. There's several exits from Highway 1. We have 200th and the newly opened 216th overpass, where you'll be able to access Langley directly from the highway. I want to point out that Langley is comprised of two separate municipalities. We have Langley City, which is at the center core, and currently it's undergoing quite a bit of development. We're seeing a lot of new condo buildings going in to prepare for the SkyTrain that has officially been announced, and that will run down Fraser Highway. The rest of Langley is comprised of the township of Langley. So this is the majority of the Langley area. It ranges from new condos to acreages, farmlands, and wineries, which we'll talk about further. But I just wanted to go over the two different municipalities before we dive into the sub-neighborhoods. Okay, let's go over all the sub-neighborhoods that make up Langley. I'm going to bring up an isolated map of Langley that'll really help us understand who our neighbors are on each side. So up here, we've got the most northern part of Langley, which is comprised of Walnut Grove, Fort Langley, and Glen Valley. We have Highway 1 that runs right through Langley. And then on the most western side, we have 196th Street. This separates Langley from Surrey. On the east side, we have 275th Street. This separates Langley from Abbotsford. And at the bottom here is 0 Avenue. So that separates Canada from the United States. Over here, we have the Golden Ears Bridge. So just on the other side of the river, you'll find Maple Ridge and Pitt Meadows. Langley really does have something for everyone. Langley, as you can see, is quite a big neighborhood. It's comprised of approximately 150,000 people in the township and 30,000 people in the Langley City core, and it's growing rapidly. I spoke earlier that we have gotten the green light for the SkyTrain, and that's going to bring a lot more people to the area. We've seen so much growth in the Fraser Valley and specifically the Langley area. A lot of people are moving out east from more of the city areas such as Vancouver, Burnaby, and parts of Surrey, and they're looking for a little bit more affordable options, which they've found in Langley. So let's start at the most northern point in Langley in Walnut Grove. We can see the Golden Ears Bridge connects you to Pitt Meadows and Maple Ridge area. This is the Fraser River. There's tons of trails at the northern part, such as Derby Reach. If you're a dog owner, there's a great off-leash dog park there. And Walnut Grove is a very family-friendly neighborhood. There's a lot of detached home options with lots ranging anywhere from 4,000 square feet upwards of 7,000 square feet. The homes there are mostly built in the 1980s. One thing you want to watch out for, poly B piping. That was very prominent in that era of builds. So a lot of people have switched them over, but just a tip to watch for if you are thinking about moving to that area. In terms of condos and townhomes in Walnut Grove, there isn't a whole lot. And of the townhomes there, most of them are age restricted. Walnut Grove has fantastic amenities such as the Walnut Grove Community Center, which has a pool, library, gyms, tennis courts. Also has the Walnut Grove Secondary School right close by. There's tons of trails throughout Walnut Grove. It has the Langley Sportsplex with 4 sheets of ice if you are a hockey player. It also has the Colossus movie theater and tons of family-friendly restaurants there. Walnut Grove also has very easy access to Highway 1 and the Lougheed Highway on the opposite side of the Golden Ears Bridge. Moving to the northern east part, we'll find Fort Langley. This is the birthplace of BC, so it's very rich in history. You might recognize the Fort Community Center, which has been in tons of movies, including Jonathan Taylor Thomas, I'll Be Home for Christmas, great film. It's got Glover Road running down the middle, which offers tons of boutique clothing shops, restaurants, and coffee shops. You're not going to find any big chain restaurants here, which makes Fort Langley a pretty cool spot to check out. It's got Bedford Landing, which is a newer portion of Fort Fort Langley, comprised of detached homes, condos, and townhomes. That was built by Park Lane Homes in 2010, and the original part of Fort Langley is comprised of detached properties ranging anywhere from 7,000 to 12,000 square foot lots, so quite big backyards there, and those are on the septic system. Fort Langley also has tons of trails. There's so much to do in Fort Langley. I highly recommend checking out that neighborhood. All right, to the east of Fort Langley, we find county line Glen Valley. So this is known for countryside luxury properties, beautiful estates that sit on top of the hill there that overlook the Fraser River and some of the mountains as well, just past Maple Ridge area. So you do get true country living here, tons of privacy from your neighbors, but you also get to take advantage of commuting. So it's very close, as we can see, to Highway 1, and you can also take advantage of the amenities found in Fort Langley, such as grocery stores, restaurants. So you do get that country lifestyle feel while also being close to some urban amenities. Hot tip for you, if Highway 1's ever backed up and you're trying to get into the interior or further out east, taking this road from Fort Langley all the way down and up to 272nd is absolutely beautiful. It's one of my favorite things to do if you ever feel like taking a drive. Next, we have Salmon River, which sits just on the south side of Highway 1. So this area has a mix of single family homes. There's some farmlands. We have our famous Krauseberry farms, several Christmas tree farms. So just some really cool like hobby farms, as well as newer homes that are being built on lots that are being stratified. I feel this area will be good for investment opportunities down the road, as there's still some underdeveloped land in Salmon River that is soon going to be developed as our need for more housing in Langley grows. There's several elementary schools and there's a high school, D.W. Poppy. So you do enjoy larger lots out here while still having all the amenities that you need down in the Langley core. Another thing to note about Salmon River homes is that to have well water and a septic system is not uncommon, especially on the older properties out there. If you are looking out there, definitely keep that in mind. Moving on to Campbell Valley and the Otter District. So these are known for mega luxury properties, specifically Campbell Valley. There's a development in there called High Point Equestrian Center, so there's definitely luxury properties out there. Those neighborhoods are the most southern points of Langley. You're right on the border separating Canada from the US, and you also have access to all the amenities that Morgan Creek and Grandview have. They have tons of shopping now as well, so it would be a toss-up between going there versus Willoughby. And you can also take the 264th Street exit onto Highway 1 that can get you downtown, or Highway 99 going the back route here, depending again on where you want to go. Campbell Valley has tons of wineries, which I don't mind checking out. Campbell Valley Park's very popular if you're into trails or have pets, and it's not uncommon to see horses walking down the trail in Campbell Valley either. If you're into horses, that would definitely be a neighborhood that you would want to check out. Again, very high price points come with that as well. So we've got the community of Aldergrove. So a lot of people think that Aldergrove is its separate town or municipality. It's not. It is part of the township of Langley. It's a very small area, as we can see, compared to some other sub-neighborhoods of Langley. It's quite urban as well, so you're going to find a mix of townhomes and condos. There's quite a bit of shopping. Fraser Highway runs right through Aldergrove, which provides people with shopping. There's coffee shops, boutique stores, and then again, we've got 264th Street running down the west side of Aldergrove, which provides fast access to Highway 1, and you'll find Abbotsford just to the east side on 275th Street there. Aldergrove does have several elementary schools. It's got the Aldergrove Secondary School and the newly built Aldergrove Recreational Center. Over the last few years, Aldergrove has been working hard through development in an effort to revive its image. There's some new condo developments going in, and we've had a lot of people move to Aldergrove from other parts of Langley just due to affordability. Moving along to Brookswood. So Brookswood sits on the border of Surrey and also Langley City. It's on the west side of Langley, and this is a great neighborhood for families. It's a lot more affordable than other parts of Langley, and it still provides you with that backyard that you may have always dreamed of. Lots range from 7,000 square feet to a quarter of an acre. Brookswood offers easy access to parks such as Campbell Valley, and if you're into beaches, you can head on over to White Rock Beach, which isn't too far away either. Brookswood offers a variety of different elementary schools, and it's home to Brookswood Secondary. So lots of things going on for Brookswood. You're going to find mainly single family homes and actually quite a few manufacture home parks in Brookswood. There's no condos or townhomes as of yet, but they are working on the Fern Ridge development, and that's going to bring quite a few condos and townhomes. If you have any questions about that, you can reach out to me and I can fill you in on more details there. Moving on to Murrayville, that's one of my favorite communities in Langley. It's got a very nice kind of a small town village feel. Got Fraser Highway running right through it, which is a major access route. So Murrayville does have quite a few age-restricted complexes. There are a lot of two-story townhome complexes available, a great mix of condos with some brand new condos and townhomes that just went in on the top of 48th Avenue right by W.C. Blair Pool. And there is just a great mix of single-family homes there, sitting on roughly 7,000 square foot lots, and they do have the city water and sewer system, which is a bonus as well. Murrayville does have its own shopping center, providing people with grocery stores, produce stores. I mentioned it has a recreation facility, there's coffee shops as well, and it's also home to the Langley Hospital. Langley City, so just a reminder again, this is its own municipality. It's completely separate from the township of Langley. Langley City is very urban, so it has a lot of condos and townhomes with plans of building many more condos and yes, townhomes. They're taking out a lot of the older single family homes, putting together land assemblies to make room for more multifamily options for people continuing to move into the Langley area. Langley City is also going to be home to the future SkyTrain, which will run along Fraser Highway, and it's going to bring a lot more people into the Langley City area that rely on transit. Langley City is home to the Cascades Casino, our famous one-way street that has a lot of cool mom and pop restaurants, boutique clothing stores, and coffee shops, and it's a really cool area to check out. Like any city core, it does have its challenges, but with the new urbanization and development coming to Langley City, we are expecting it to be revived. All right, last but not least, we have Willoughby Heights. So Willoughby Heights is Langley's newest neighborhood, and let me tell you, that was not always the case. I grew up in Willoughby, and I remember we had our home and probably 5 or 6 other homes down the street, and that was it. 208th Street did not even go through to Walnut Grove at that time, so it was a very quiet neighborhood. And now it's not. So Willoughby offers tons of condos, townhomes, and single-family homes, and a lot of the single-family homes there offer suites. So it's not uncommon for a family to be having tenants living below them where they can generate a little bit extra rent and make their mortgage that much smaller. So Willoughby is going to continue to be developed. Right now, we're developing more on the western part of 200th, and most of the part on the other side of 200th, specifically in the Yorkson area, has been developed quite substantially over the last few years. Willoughby is also home to the 𝐓𝐈𝐌𝐄𝐒𝐓𝐀𝐌𝐿𝐿 Center. That's Langley's largest transit center. So if you're a commuter, Willoughby Heights would be a great option for you to consider. At the 𝐓𝐈𝐿𝐿 station, you can take the 555 bus, which takes you to the Lougheed SkyTrain station, where you can then hop onto a SkyTrain and get downtown to Vancouver. The whole trip from Willoughby to Vancouver via transit lasts just under 1 hour. If you're considering a single family home in Willoughby, the lot sizes are quite a bit smaller compared to those of Walnut Grove, Brookswood, Fort Langley, and Murrayville. So you're looking at more around the 3,000 to 4,000 square foot range. So you get a smaller yard, but you do get a larger home. One draw to Willoughby are the schools as well. So they're known for very good schools. There's several elementary schools, 2 middle schools, and 1 high school. On the southern part of Willoughby, you're going to find all your big box stores. So we have Costco, Walmart, and Willowbrook Mall. And on the northern part of Willoughby, you're going to find 2 access points to Highway 1. So we have the newly opened 216th overpass and the 200th Street overpass as well, with easy access to the Portman Bridge or Golden Ears Bridge. So there's a lot going for Willoughby Heights. It is a little bit more dense, but on the other end of that, it is quite convenient as well. I hope you guys enjoyed that Langley tour, and if you have any specific questions about any of the sub-neighborhoods we went over today and want more information about it, please don't hesitate to reach out. You can click the link below to book an appointment with me where we can chat about all things real estate. Just a reminder, if you are enjoying my content, I would so appreciate if you could hit that like and subscribe button. Let me know what you guys thought about this video. It's a little bit different than what I've been doing. Have an awesome day, and as always, we will talk to you soon.